My favorite Spider-Man artist. Obviously, it's going to be one of the big ones like Steve Ditko, John Romita Sr., John Romita Jr., Todd McFarlane, Eric Larson, Mark Bagley. I'm going to go with the classic John Romita Sr. He's not the original. Technically, not even Steve Ditko is because Jack Kirby drew him first. Steve Ditko just made Spider-Man look like Spider-Man, but Jack Kirby uh, did do his own drawings first because he was the first option, and they didn't like it, so they went. And Jack Kirby, if you don't know this, it's pretty common knowledge. Jack Kirby drew the iconic um, Amazing Fantasy 15 cover that you look at that and you think, oh, Steve Ditko. No, that's Jack Kirby. Steve Ditko drew the book, but he did not draw the cover. Um, or maybe he did, but they went with Jack Kirby's version. But that is Jack Kirby who drew the cover. But when it comes to classic Spider-Man, who really defined his overall look or made it, it's like made it better and like made it super classic was John Romita Sr. Now, Steve Ditko uh, made it what it was and did it spunky, and his artwork kind of became looks kind of closer to Romita Sr. later on because Romita Sr. came after, so Romita Sr.'s artwork looks closer later on Jack Kirby, but still earlier on Jack Kirby. I meant Steve Ditko. I didn't mean Jack Kirby. My bad. So Steve Dick. Good thing I caught myself. Hopefully I didn't do that earlier in the video. But Steve Ditko's artwork earlier on was more spunky. He did weirder poses, and he always did that throughout with the poses. But the costume was spunkier, and he has those specific lenses. But John Romita Sr., his lenses are so classic, and the overall look is very classic. It is Spider-Man, and a lot of people love it. Even if they don't know they love it, they do. They should now because everyone loves the brand new daily look, and it looks just like John Romita Sr.'s artwork off the page, and that's why everyone loves it. Now, the later artists are from like the 90s and the 2000s. Bagley did Ultimate Spider-Man, and that was later than the other ones. But Bagley also drew Spider-Man in the 90s, just like Todd and Larson. Now, you don't know who Larson is because everyone knows Todd. Larson was basically the artist after Todd who drew very similar because most artists did after Todd, but Larson made Venom look more like Venom. Now, Todd made Venom visually, but Larson spunked him up, gave him the tongue, only because you've probably heard this too, but he thought that Venom had a tongue. So Venom's tongue came from a mismemory, from not remembering something correctly. And he gave him the green saliva, and Venom became even cooler looking. Now, and the way he drew Spider-Man was very similar to Todd, but it's a little different. And I like it. I'm very fond of it. It's a very nice look overall. Now, Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man is very iconic. It's very 90s. He really did the big lenses first, or he might have not been the first, but he made it the most popular. He did it the best to make it the most popular, and he really changed how people saw Spider-Man. Made the spaghetti. He didn't make the spaghetti web, and he's on record for like taking that from how he saw someone do that, and he was like, "That's awesome," and he's openly gave credit to whoever I forgot, but so he made spaghetti webbing more popular, and he also the way he drew webbing on the costume was very tight. It's very 90s. It's very good, but none of that beats John Romita Sr. in my opinion. The classicness of it. I've jumped around from people to person, not in I haven't been going in chronological order. So let's jump back to. I need to probably go over Mark Bagley a little bit. Who cares about his '90s artwork? Very good. It also is reminiscent of Tom McFarlane, but it is different. The lenses are more curved, and you could probably assume that he prefers Spider-Man with more curved lenses because Ultimate Spider-Man has pretty big curvy lenses, and they got that nice reflective line on it. He's very good. He's one of the best. He's absolutely top tier Spider-Man artist. But I say all this to put John Romita Sr. on a high pedestal because he kind of deserves it for making Spider-Man look so classic and timeless. So that's the best is John Romita Sr. Peace.